I have a very big problem with you American Africans who was on my chat insulting my brother. I was too focused on the conversation to block you dusty ass Negroes. But that's the problem right there. We need to start a GoFundMe to raise money to build a private prison for in Coon Rapids, Minnesota. Where my Minnesota Africans at? I need y'all to find out how much land can we buy in Coon Rapids, Minnesota. We have to exist in a bubble of positivity.
So that's what I try to focus on doing that. I try to smoke my weed and listen to a lot of his interviews because.
All right, make sure you be careful with that weed. That's going to be one of the ways they're going to try to get us next, is by messing with the weed. Okay? Bill Gates and all them, they messing with the weed now. They say since they don't want to eat the bad food, we're going to give them the bad weed. It's causing all types of neurological. African Boy 1960, where you at? African Boy 1960, where you at? We live and direct. How we doing, my brother? Where you at?
But I'm Congolese.
What city you at in Minnesota, brother?
Sauk Rapids.
Okay, because Grand Rapids is in Michigan. Minnesota. You in Michigan or Minnesota? Okay, and you said you are in Big Rapids, Minnesota.
Sauk Rapids.
Coon Rapids? Y'all got a Coon Rapids in Minnesota.
I live in Sauk Rapids. And yes, we do have a Coon Rapids.
So there's a rapid full of coons in Minnesota, but you are in South Rapids, Minnesota, right?
Sauk Rapids with an S. Sauk Rapids.
Right. South, like north, south, east, west, right?
With an S. Sauk Rapids.
Spell it.
SAUKRAPIDS. Sauk Rapids.
Okay, Sauk Rapids,
Sauk Rapids,
Minnesota.
That's where I live. But there is a Coon Rapids. There is a Coon Rapids in Minnesota, though. I used to live there. Coon Rapids.
A Coon Rapids. Wow. Did y'all hear that, brothers and sisters? Did everybody hear that? There's actually a Coon Rapids, Minnesota. We're going to send all the coons to Coon Rapids, Minnesota. Good brother, I will be speaking in Minneapolis on
February
the 8th. Yeah. How far are you from Minneapolis?
Away, but I have a brother that lives there actually, and I think I'll be able to make it.
Yeah, you should come. I don't have the details yet, but I will soon. February the 8th. Are you American African or are you one of our immigrant African brothers? We came here in
2014. My whole family's Congolese. I'm 100% Congolese. I actually just took my DNA test, and I'm mixed with Cameroon. My tribe is
Cameroon. I came from Cameroon. Yes, sir. I got to go to the Congo. I'm trying to do a Cameroon Congolese tour for your brothers and sisters here in the diaspora.
The reason I took my DNA test is because I know my history. I know the history of the Berlin Conference. So I took it.
Yes, sir.
And I ended up being mixed with Cameroon. Yeah.
That's powerful, brother. That's powerful. Now, I'm glad to hear that, brother. I think I have Congolese roots too, because a lot of us came through the Bimbia slave fort in Cameroon. A lot of us came from Congo, Chad, Central African Republic. Of course, they wasn't called that at that time. And we came to Bimbia on the coast. So a lot of your American African brothers and sisters, they are Congolese as well and Cameroonian as well. A lot of them, they think they Indians. They don't know yet, because of self-hate. They think they Indians and Native Americans. But a lot of us came straight from right there in Central Africa and Central West Africa. Now, let me ask you a question. You ain't dealing with the snow bunnies, are you?
I like them. I like African. I like African girls. African girls are the best. And
I'm glad that you like the African queens. African queens.
Specific type of African girls are the best. I like all of them. North Africans, East Africans, West, Central, Southern.
And what about your sisters in the diaspora? What's your opinion on dating a sister?
I'm actually a Pan-African too. I believe in Pan-Africanism 100%. And I view everybody, even the ones in the Americas, as Africans. Yeah.
I'm glad to hear that, my brother. I'm glad to hear that. Let me ask you this question, and I want you to be honest with me. I know the answer, but I want to hear it from you. some of your American African brothers and sisters, your Caribbean African, Central South American, Canadian African, even your British African, French African brothers and sisters, they say that sometimes the continental Africans in the West, the ones who come to Europe, come to America, Canada, Central South America, and the Caribbean, they can be somewhat chauvinistic, standoffish, bourgeoisie. They flock to the white people instead of their American African or diasporan African family. What's your opinion on that?
Are actually
is
really
that
colonized in the head, really mentally enslaved in the head, and it goes back to the Berlin Conference. A lot of our history got lost, got destroyed, and like these Europeans lied to us about our history. They said all that we had was darkness, and we were like monkeys, and like our brains were like as smart as monkeys and like other animals, and we had no civilization, and white people brought civilization to Africa. So yeah, a lot of Africans do think that way because we're just colonized in the head. We're like mentally enslaved in the head. Yeah, because it goes back to the history of colonization in Africa. But I'm woke though. I know my history.
I'm glad that, brother. I'm glad that. And I'm looking forward to meeting you too. In fact, you have the same complexion if it wasn't for the white man raping my 5 times great-grandmother, 6 times great-grandmother, 7 times great-grandmother, and 8 times great-grandmother. So I should be your complexion. You understand? But because of the rape, the introduction of that European DNA through the sex abuse of African women on the plantation,
I know that
that's how my
too.
complexion
it's
got a little lighter.
A lot of women got raped during the slavery in the Americas. Yeah, it's very sad and like depressing, and like it just like gets to you.
Got you, man. Got you. Don't pay attention. You got some reactionary coons on the chat. Don't pay to my mind, my brother.
We gonna stay reading the chat. I was actually paying total attention to you. I like you a lot, Dr.
Good,
because you're a true king.
I appreciate that, brother. Do you have my cell number?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I do.
Okay, I want you to text me around this time next month. I should have the information for the Minneapolis event.
Will you answer? Aren't
yes,
you
sir.
Popular?
Nah, brother, I'm down to earth, brother. I'm the most grassroots scholar of all time. You can text me direct. But I want to make sure you get that information because I want you to invite all my continental African brothers and sisters out, you know, across the state of Minnesota when I'm in Minneapolis on February the 8th.
That you think you would be able to answer?
January, anytime mid-January, around this time.
Okay. And you said it's February 7th?
Yes, sir.
February 8th.
February 8th. Minneapolis. Yes, sir. Okay, my brother, I'm going to tap in with a few more, but thanks for tapping in, and I look forward to meeting you.
I've always wondered.
Go right ahead. Go right ahead.
When the scramble for Africa happened, Europeans destroyed a lot of like great kingdoms and empires, a lot of great African civilizations. How were they able to like destroy like all these African civilizations to the point like where like it looks like it barely was there, like nothing was there? Was it cannon? Was it bombs, canyons, or what? What was it?
It was all of the above. It was all of the, you know, but the more important question is how did they do it? You know, they did it by using technology and using our African humanitarianism against us. We are the most humane people in the world, and it's always being used against us. And even though we've been dealing with these Neanderthals for hundreds of years, we still have not matured politically and intellectually enough to know when to cut off outsiders before you give them the advantage and the ability to take over your territory. We are still weak in the knees for Caucasians. We are weak in the knees for Arabs. We are weak in the knees for Asians. We are weak in the knees for East Indians, African people globally. This is a global issue. This Pan-Africanist problem. We are still weak in the knees for non-African people. In the same way they took Africa in the beginning is the way they maintain it now. It's the way they take the black communities in America. It's the way they gobble up the Caribbean. It's the way they destroyed Central and South America. It's the way they invade black communities in Canada, in Paris, and throughout England. we still have not matured politically enough to put our humanitarianism in check. If we don't learn how to put our humanitarianism in check, we will never overthrow white supremacy. We don't have to become like them. We do not have to imitate them. I don't ever want to act like my oppressor in any way, shape,
I don't
form, or
believe
fashion.
in hurting people, like
Go ahead.
people, genocides, Holocaust. I don't believe in any of that. I think that's like completely dark and heartless, soulless. It's evil. It's demonic.
Absolutely. But we're selling our children out. See, here's the point that I'm trying to get African people to see. We are selling our children out when we keep on allowing outsiders to come in and exploit us politically, materialistically, economically, financially, in terms of our natural resources. Our African children are not going to have anything to look forward to in another 50 years if we keep on giving it all to the Chinese, the Arabs, and everybody else. And that goes with African countries with the natural resources. That goes with the American Africans and the Canadian Africans and the European Africans with their Christmas shopping and the conspicuous consumption. The problem is the same all over the world. We are still in love with the people who have destroyed our infrastructure. We're still in love with them. We are still in love with them. And the thing about it is, it's not that we're still in love with them. That's the main problem. We don't have a deadline to fall out of love with our oppressor. So, for example, Black women don't have a deadline as to when they're going to stop wearing weaves. They don't have a deadline as to when they're going to stop perming their little girls' hair. Black men don't have a deadline as to when we're going to stop bunny hopping and marrying these white girls and giving all our wealth to these non-African women. We don't have a deadline as to when we're going to start using our money to build our own communities. So Black people are comfortable with their current disposition remaining in place for the rest of eternity. And that's my concern. We don't even look, if we said we was going to date snow bunnies for the next 20 years and stop, if Black women said we're going to keep spending $30 billion a year on weaves and perms for the next 10 years, and then we're going to stop, if the gangster rapper said we're going to keep on promoting death, destruction, and misogyny in our music for the next 25 years, and then we're going to stop, I could understand it. But nobody has a due date on their self-hate. Nobody has a due date on their self-hate. And that's the problem with us as African people. We do not have a due date on our self-hate. And that means our children will.
Yeah, I've heard you talk about that a couple times, about like the rich people of the Black world, the African world, not using their wealth to like build banks, schools, hospitals, and important stuff. And I think it goes back to like slavery and colonization of Africa. Like, we're mentally enslaved. We're colonized in the head. Like, say for example, during ancient Africa, we all worked together to build these civilizations, these great kingdoms and empires. But now a lot of people are selfish.
That's
they
right.
Just think of themselves. They don't think about the African world. They don't think about the Black world. They just think about themselves. They don't care about nobody else. Yeah.
Absolutely, brother. Absolutely. So let me hop off this live. Make sure you reach out to me the middle of next month.
Yeah, nice talking to you. This is my first time
brother.
talking to you. This is really cool.
No problem, my brother. Be safe out there too.
Yep. Bye.
All right, now, one love. I have a very big problem with you American Africans who was on my chat insulting my brother. I was too focused on the conversation to block you dusty ass Negroes. But that's the problem right there. That's the problem, right? I don't do tribalism. I don't do that. Now, I know y'all into this movement and that movement and all this other crap. I'm not into that. I'm into the Pan-Africanist movement. Don't come on my damn live and insult my African brothers and sisters. We all come from the same place, and we all belong to the same race, and we are all in the same state. I said we come from the same place, we belong to the same race, and we are all in the same state. Don't come on my live disrespecting my brothers and sisters. I don't appreciate that. That's why I said the freedom struggle for African people will not be a utopia. The freedom struggle for African people will not be a utopia. We're going to send some of y'all to Coon Rapids, Minnesota. Who wants to raise? We need to start a GoFundMe to raise money to build a private prison for coons in Coon Rapids, Minnesota. Where my Minnesota Africans at? I need y'all to find out how much land can we buy in Coon Rapids, Minnesota. I didn't know we already had a city for coons. I did not know we already had a city in America for coons. The brother confirmed there is a Coon Rapids, Minnesota. We need to get 100 acres and build a large fence. We need to get 100 acres. Who want to help raise money? We need 100 acres of land in Coon Rapids, Minnesota, so we can send all the coons to Coon Rapids, brothers and sisters. We already have a city named in honor of these reactionary degenerates. We already have a city named in honor of these reactionary degenerates. Sister Faith going once. Sister Faith going twice. We got 20 minutes.
Hi,
How you
doing?
Well, my beautiful
Right
sister.
now,
Where
I'm
you
in
based
Delaware,
at?
and I met you when you was over here talking. I'm in Wilmington.
What city you at?
I know, and I
So
kept
you
saying,
right
if you
where
don't
I'm
give
at
me your
right
number,
now.
come knock on that door, even though I just worked overnight shift. I want to know, are you doing anything in December for the school? You're not doing nothing yet?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. December, we still going to be getting it ready. As you know, we ain't got the paint, but we want to paint. We want to give it a fresh energy.
So
the walls are in great
are you going to make an
condition.
announcement for volunteers to come and help you paint? Okay. All right.
Absolutely.
And the next question is, when are you taking resumes?
We've been taking resumes for the past 5 years. You can send it.
I have it
take
already.
my number so you can text me. You have it. Text me, and I'm going to text you the email address. But it's fdresumes@gmail.com.
Right.
fdresumes@gmail. Now, let me ask you a question, Sister Faith. For my Wilmington,
I'm originally
Delaware
from
folks,
New York, though.
I'm trying to bring my Wilmington, Delaware family into the fold of the different programs we're going to be doing here in the community. But I need some ideas on how to do that. So if you think of any ideas, let me know. I will probably do a private meet and greet just for Wilmington, Delaware residents. Yes. But I want constructive people. I want positive people coming in here thinking they're going to run my school. You know, get that kind of energy. You know, some folks, and I don't mean just Delaware. You get that energy all across the country when it comes. You know, but I want people who are humble, want to work. You know, not newsy or trying to take over my project, but who sincerely want to help out. I already got the brothers and sisters of Wilmington. They always stop when I'm outside. They pull over. They talk. So I've got nothing but love since I'm in Wilmington. You got a few haters, but that's to be expected wherever you go. You know what I mean? But I would like to more about
no
that.
problem.
When you get a minute, shoot me a text message so I will know that I spoke to you today. I'll know who you are. And then
not a problem at all.
To you. Also, one other thing. I'm looking for a home to lease in Wilmington.
From the school.
That's not too far from the school. Ideas, don't put them out on this live, but if you have any ideas or know of homes for lease, I don't want to buy yet because I'm not exactly sure where I want to be permanently, but I need to lease a place, especially for the next year, because normally when I have to be here early in the morning to meet the contractors and get, but hotels a lot of money in Wilmington, Sister Faith, and I'm now the money I'm paying these hotels, I'm lease a house and have a house locally. You know,
alrighty, not a problem. Alrighty.
All right,
you take care and be safe.
All right.
Okay, bye-bye.
All right now. Peace and Pan-Africanism. Hit the Cash App, $FDMG School. Hit the Cash App, $FDMG School. Hit the PayPal, paypal.me/FDMG Academy. Mail your check or money order payable to FDMG Academy, P.O. Box 9634, Wilmington, Delaware, 19809, Jacksonville, Florida, February the 1st. Kwanzaa kicks off in Fort Worth, Texas. Black History Month kicks off in Jacksonville, Florida. Kwanzaa kicks off in Fort Worth, Texas. Black History Month kicks off in Jacksonville, Florida. Kwanzaa kicks off in Fort Worth, Texas. Black History Month kicks off in Jacksonville, Florida. Brendan Depper protest January the 31st, Jacksonville, Florida. September the 1st, Detroit, Michigan. Detroit, Michigan, December the 30th. Montclair, New Jersey. Where my New Jersey Africans at? Where my Montclair Africans, Elizabeth Africans, Jersey City Africans, Newark, New Jersey? Where my North Jersey Africans at one time? Where my North Jersey Africans at? I will be speaking in Montclair. Let me give you the information. I will be speaking in Montclair, New Jersey. I'm going to give you the information right now. Sister Kalia text me. Let me give it to you right now. Hold on, I got to let my locksmith in. Woo. Vic, how long you been out there? I just got back. Okay. I was about to say I had Vic outside. Oh, the rain stopped a little bit. I might be in the car, Vic, if you need me when I'm on the interview. All right. We got to get the school ready, brothers and sisters. North Jersey, I'm going to be in Montclair. Let me tell y'all where I'm going to be at real quick. It's a beautiful day. Whenever the rain comes, that's sowing seeds of a new day, new opportunity. FDMG Academy, this is what we do, brothers and sisters. FDMG Academy, this is what we do, brothers and sisters. FDMG Academy, this is Ifa Tunde Avenue, Dr. Papa Boulevard, Prince of Pan-Africanism Parkway. Oh, I got to tell y'all where I'm going to be in Montclair. I'm going to tell y'all in a minute. We got a sister about to tap in one time. Where you at,
Hello.
beautiful? How we doing there, princess?
Hi. I'm Mary. I'm in Philly.
What's your
Can you hear me?
What's your
Huh?
Your name. Pleased to meet you, Nairi. Where you based at? Oh, you in Philly? Okay, I'm Philly guy. I'm Delaware right now. So what's your thoughts on the state of Black Philadelphia right now, Sister Nairi?
Well, I'm actually a substitute teacher for charter schools. Yeah, so it's kind of a lot right now, but that's why I was calling, because, you know, working in the field of being like a teacher and working with the kids, you know, it can kind of be, I could see the trauma with the kids, and, you know, for myself, that's why I work with them. That's why I still do this profession. I don't want to be a main teacher. I still want to do substituting. That way I could go to job to job or like change the school up. But I mean, I don't know. Charter schools, I remember you said this in a video, but at first I thought charter schools were like good and stuff. But working there for the past few months, I'm really starting to see the neglection of the schools, and like how these kids, they are just being raised by the phones. You know, they talk about different types of shows, like the Baddies Z show. These kids are in love with that type of stuff. And, you know, again, being a teacher, I can only do but so much, but, you know, that's why I'm in this profession. But the Philly in general, and Wilmington too. I used to work in Wilmington last year, so it's kind of the same, but we definitely need to be there for our babies. So yeah, that's how I'm doing it.
Yes, ma'am. What I want you to do for me, Sister Nari, things. Number one, I want you to send me a resume so you can be a substitute teacher for us here at the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy. So I need you to send me your resume. And then I want you to text me because I want to have you in my phone as a substitute teacher. So as we get closer to the school, we can bring you in and interview you, you know, have your clearances done or whatnot, everything check out. You can be one of our substitutes. You know what I mean? So
yes,
do you have my cell number?
I do.
Okay. Text me and just say, I'm Sister Nari, the substitute teacher you spoke with on your IG today. And I'm also going to text you the email for the resume, which is fdmgresumes@gmail.com. Okay. I think you all natural.
I got lost in right now. I just
natural.
retwisted it last night. So.
Okay. Yeah, you straight. And you're not bunny hopping, right? No white males, no puppies? Okay.
No.
All right. Okay. Powerful, powerful. So thanks for checking in. Don't forget to text me because you're the first substitute I met who said you would like to stay a substitute. You're the first one, so I want to make sure I have you in my Rolodex.
Thank you. You too.
Okay.
Bye, Doctor.
Be safe out there. All right. No problem. It's all about networking. We're going to be having a whole bunch of networking parties. We're going to have First Fridays at FDMG. We're going to have First Fridays at FDMG for all conscious Black professionals. All conscious Black professionals. We're going to have First Fridays at FDMG at the Nat Turner John Jacques Dessalines Gymnasium. This is going to be the place to be. I'm telling you now, you better buy you a house. You better get you a house somewhere in South Jersey, Northern Maryland, South PA, or Delaware, because we about to pop off. Delaware is about to pop off. This section right here, we taking over the whole conscious movement. It won't be New York City no more. Shout out to my New York family. It won't be Chicago no more. Shout out to my Chicago family. It won't be Atlanta no more. Shout out to my Atlanta family. It's going to be Wilmington, Delaware. The first shall be last, and the last shall be first. The first shall be last, and the last. That's right. We're going to build Black Wall Street in the last state to outlaw slavery. That's right. We're going to build Black Wall Street in the last state to outlaw slavery. We're going to build Black Wall Street. The rain is coming. That's the ancestors. Who tapping in? We got 10 minutes and I got to get on the radio. I will be on WURD 900 AM. I will be on WURD 900 AM. I will be on WURD 900 AM Philadelphia in 9 minutes exactly. 9 minutes exactly. We got another queen about to pop in. Where my queens at? Where my queens at? Where my queens at?
Yeah.
Peace and love, beautiful. How you doing there, sister? All right. I can't complain. Where you based at?
The outskirts
of
Detroit,
part?
yeah.
Detroit?
I know.
You know I'm going to be there on the 30th for Kwanzaa.
I'm trying to get my mental health together so
I
can come see you.
Solomon Church. This is the church where Malcolm X gave his famous ballot or the bullet speech. Malcolm X gave the ballot or the bullet speech. Detroit.
I gotta see that. I gotta see that.
Yes, indeed. Got to be in the building. What's going on in Detroit right now? Talk to me. What's
kind of rainy out? I got a little cold. I'm sitting in the basement. And there's a lot going on. It's a war going on in the world. Like, but we talking about Detroit. So
yes, ma'am.
I don't know. I stay in my house, honestly. I do. I stay out the way.
I feel you.
So it's clear skies and a little cloudy, but nothing unusual.
You know, I want to put the second FDMG in Detroit, Michigan. You know, the first one was almost there. You know that. Yes. The first school was going to be in Detroit. And you know why it's not there? The reason
stole
it's
my
not
house
there
on Juneteenth,
is
and
because
I started a lot in my house, and that was just I lost my sister in that house. When I first moved in that house,
oh,
Nipsey
sorry to
Hussle
hear that.
passed in the house, and I just genuinely love him and his movement and everything.
Yeah.
And so I'm still in mourning from a lot of stuff. I lost my dad while I was in that house. I lost my house. That's what's happening in Detroit. That's what's happening in Inkster, Michigan.
That's all.
Yeah.
Stay positive. Let that negative energy into your body. Don't let that negative energy into your mind or into your body. Remember, we always have the choice to choose positive over negative. Positive and negative energy is not about your circumstances. You cannot be a creature to your circumstance. You have to resist, fight the urge to engage in negative thinking, because once you start engaging in negative thinking, you start attracting negative vibrations into your life. So we have to fight to keep that energy out. You see that? Because once you start going into that low vibration, negative, self-pitying energy, you start attracting those types of circumstances into your life. So we got to learn how to stay positive, even when things are not positive in our lives. It's not easy. It's not easy. So I struggle with it, but we have to do a better job of keeping that positive energy. We have to exist in a bubble of positivity.
So that's what I try to focus on doing that. I try to smoke my weed and listen to a lot of his interviews, because he has a lot of positivity in his messages. And don't he just look like love and light?
Oh, yes, indeed. Rest in peace to Nipsey Hussle. His mother came to my second to the last lecture I did in Los Angeles.
She studied the Orishas. I studied the Orishas. I know a little bit about Oshan. Yes, Oya, Oshan, Shango, Ogun. You remember?
Yes, I got the
Ogun.
This is
Ogun. That's what I was going to say. You remind me a lot of him. That's it.
Yes, I'm Ogun. I'm more of a spiritual Ogun, though. You know what I mean? They the more, the more physically dominant type Ogun. I'm more the spiritual. You know what I mean? My thing as a psychologist is to help people improve, their lives, overcome those traumas from childhood, and overcome those emotional blocks that keep them from.
So that's why it's a pleasure to actually be talking to you and talking to somebody, because I go to therapy and everything, but it's like going to therapy is just half the battle. Once your people, like, I don't agree with the medication that they got me on, so I feel like it's attacking my body in the way, like, I can't operate like how I was normally operating without taking the medicine. Like, I have injections of Abilify in me, and it's really making it hard for me to focus now, because nothing was wrong with me before. My family was throwing me in and out the hospitals and making me get the medicine or whatever, because nobody wanted to talk about the childhood trauma that I was going through. I've been through a lot of stuff as a child and in my adolescent years, so I overcame a lot, but it's still a lot that I don't talk about. You know what I'm saying? That I just still have to.
I feel you on that. And be careful with that weed, sister, because they be putting shit in the weed. So I need you to be.
No, I go to the dispensary. We got a lot of dispensaries around here. I wrote a paper on it, so weed is. Yeah, I know.
How's it going, man?
I know even in there they can, but that's why I try to stick to what I know.
Right.
Remember,
I'm sorry, Queen. Yeah.
Remember, she was doing the.
Yes. I remember.
I still got your number in my phone.
Yeah, hit me up.
You guys still got the same number?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hold on, Queen.
I'm sorry. Oh, my phone died. But I want to reach out to you, man. Because...
what's your let me text you from mine. What's your cell? 302
513 4865
4865. Brother Arthur, I got you in here.
You got me, right?
So let me text you.
Yeah.
So that way you will have me.
What you got going on with the gyms right now?
Nothing right. We still renovating. We got to get that final approval from L&I.
Okay.
So they was out here the other day. We got a few more things we got to do.
Anything on that type tip too? I know contractors or whatever stuff that you need to get done too, man.
Okay, who could lay tile and carpet?
That's what my brothers do.
Your brother lay tile and carpet?
I can send you all over everything.
Okay, I just text you. Have him text me.
Okay.
You feel me?
Yep.
Or you just text me and we choose a time. I'm gonna be here Thursday.
Okay. Thursday time.
Probably all day.
All day. Okay.
Text me a time so I'll make sure I'm here though.
Okay. Cool.
But talk to him Thursday. Give me a time.
We having a crisis right now, bro.
I know. That's why I'm trying to get this ready.
I know, so
yeah.
I hope you out to do it. Bro.
I got you. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
My offer to
yes, sir.
Here, bro, go some bread.
Yes, sir.
This,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
To your cause
I
too,
appreciate that, man.
I ran into
We on it.
bro.
We on it. Be
No,
safe out here.
Yep, I will.
No doubt. I got you, Art. One love. One love. One love. Okay, you got the Mickey Mouse thing. I
this
see
wig
you right
is irritating me. I can't take it no more.
I feel weed though, because they be spraying that weed. So
Gotcha.
make sure you be careful. All right, make sure you be careful with that weed. That's going to be one of the ways they're going to try to get us next, is by messing with the weed. Okay, Bill Gates and all them, they messing with the weed now. They say since they don't want to eat the bad food, we're going to give them the bad weed. It's causing all types of neurological. It's a lot of artificial weed coming from China. A lot of artificial weed coming from China, and they spraying it with the fake cannabinoids.
Okay,
so make sure you be careful with that.
Okay,
right. Queen, we're going to build soon. I'm going to see you December 30th, Kwanzaa.
All
King
right,
Solomon Church,
good.
6 to 9.
All right.
Saturday.
You as well. Thank you.
Okay, Queen, be blessed. No problem. So it's the King Kong. I'm about to jump on this interview. I'm about to jump on this interview. I'm about to jump on this interview. I love you too. Where's Chef Barbie at with my salad? Where's Chef Barbie at with my salad? I'm about to jump on the interview, Vic. How's it working? You get anyone yet?
I ain't get one yet. I'm grabbing it, but it's just not opening.
Okay.
So,
okay.
One, I'm warmed up, but.
All right, you might got to go to the next one. You on that first one?
Yeah, I'm going to do that.
Yeah, because that first one might, probably get some of them ones that's still open. Because remember, 6 to 11.
Yep, got it.
All right. I accidentally locked myself out the classrooms when they put the glass back on the window. I got to get on the phone. Divine Melon in 92.